Welcome.
Here we are.
Yeah,
It's
welcome
Thursday.
to a special Sunday morning edition of We're the Dogs of Society, Hal.
Is it already Sunday?
No, it's
No.
not. I wouldn't be here.
No, it's definitely Thursday. It feels like a Thursday.
How's everything going, Jeff?
It's going good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I woke up this morning. That's usually my answer to that question.
A good thing.
It always helps.
Awesome. So it's you and me today, plus anybody else that shows up and has the audacity to come in here and talk.
Right.
We're going to be talking about founder life, really not just founder life, but why work-life balance is a lie, a bold-faced lie. I mean, is it or isn't it? What do you think? I mean, I go back and forth on this.
I think that the intention of it is good. But the actual it's kind of like, it's like discussions around multitasking. People say, "Oh, I'm multitasking." Well, you're really only doing one thing at a time, but but the idea that that you're handling a lot of different things, and I think that falls into play with the work-life balance thing, is that you can be focused on both, but it doesn't mean that you're completely separated from each other.
Right. Yeah, no, I and hello to Melissa and hello to Richard. So those of you who are just rolling in with your hair all tousled and your coffee, wherever you are, we're talking today about work-life balance. We're talking about parenting. We're talking about, I think really the crux of it for me was more about, trying to run a business with kids, not with kids, like as in child labor, but trying to have, your family and focus on your business. And I don't really mean so much as just being an employee somewhere, because, that matters too, that counts. But when you're trying to run your own business, there's a big difference between, working on someone else's clock and working on everything else you possibly can all the time, because you're grinding and you're hustling and you're trying to, make things work whilst also raising human beings. Now, Jeff, you've got a couple of human beings you're ultimately responsible for, but they're older. They've left the house, right?
Yes. Well, my son Andrew is at home now. He just graduated.
Like right now? Like this second?
No, actually, no. He's out working a part-time job right now. But he's home, meaning like he's not living at college. My daughter is living at college, so there's just the three of us here. But adding to that part of the discussion that you've started here is that the extra layer, which you and I both know, is working from home, and how that is different than us going in our car and then going to an office, right? Because that adds a whole nother dynamic to that work-life balance thing.
Yeah. I was a horror show in the office, by the way, an absolute horror show to have in an office, if you can imagine. I was constantly up and around and about and moving. I was also very good at getting my work done quickly and efficiently, so I could afford to be out and about. But and being home, working remotely, if you will, I mean, a lot of people talk about the challenges of staying focused, or the challenges of, I'll give you a little what's for though on me. And this happens maybe less frequently this year than in the couple of years past, but like I would find myself getting up in the morning. So when my wife was working, she would get up and she had to commute quite a ways to get to work. She was a school teacher, as is your wife. And she'd be gone and I'd be with the kids, two girls, about 3 years apart. And they were at the point when they were much younger, but just starting school, perhaps, just having to get up and, get hair ready and get clothing on them and make sure they were fed and make sure that they brushed their teeth and make sure that they had gone to the bathroom and, and all the while I'm having the very best ideas I've ever had in my life. Right. So that time for me in the morning, before I've actually realized who I am and what I am and where I am, my brain is like on overdrive, and I'm coming up with the things that matter and things that I want to pursue. And so by the time end up getting the kids off and out to school,
Mm.
um, and back again, and of course, then there's the dog, which is a whole other layer of the onion.
It's another child.
That's
That's
right.
another child.
I would have like literally nothing left in my soul to work. And I was like, "Oh my God, like I need a I need a day. I think I need a day," you
Yeah,
know? But, those things happen, and as they get older, I think the challenges change.
they do.
I was saying
Yeah.
in the newsletter this week about, you know, kids they wanna drink. I mean, this is my kids, and maybe it shouldn't be this way, but I can tell you it is. They're, yeah, Dad, I need some water." I'm like, "Oh my God, do you not know where water comes from? Go get it." "My legs hurt," is my youngest daughter's favorite
Right.
saying. "My legs hurt." "You don't understand. I've had a long day."
Mm.
Like, what? You were at
No,
recess.
yeah. I mean, Peter, like, and then there's the especially when they're younger. I There's a bug in my room.
Mhm. Oh, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Is it bothering you? No, it's in my room. I want it out.
Mhm.
And I'm like, okay. So you need to come here right now and get this
Yeah,
bug out of here.
yeah.
It's like that is the most important, urgent thing matter in the house right now, is
Mhm,
that I have to stop what I'm doing and get the bug.
mhm. Well, as so for me, having a bit of a background as a producer, again, and Jeff, you know this, I'm insanely disorganized, but my disorganization and my chaos works for me. I know where
Mm,
everything is on my desk, sort of, but I know when it's not there. Now,
right.
um, so I live in amongst. I keep my space every once in a while, like a couple of times a year. I'll clean it up and make it pristine, and then I can't find anything anymore. Um, but like learning how to be a producer and manage multiple pieces of, let's say,
Mm,
a piece of content or direction or film or video or audio, whatever. Um, you have to learn how to do multiple different things from multiple different points of view and speak in different sort of languages to different people. Salespeople, you speak to differently than you do creative people. You speak to your senior creative people slightly differently than you might speak to someone in the junior creative side. But now having kids, I find that I go, okay, so I got to be able to work. I got to be able to think. I got to be able to focus. I got to be able to get things and take care of them, make sure they're not on fire. And, a lot of that comes with drop-offs, pickups. Someone's locked out, someone's trying to get out, or someone's let somebody out and they shouldn't be out and they're wandering the woods somewhere. So, a lot of it
yeah.
comes with that. And I'm hoping, hey, Benjamin's in the house. I don't know Benjamin that well, or it's the first time I'm seeing Mr. Benjamin here. So thanks, Benjamin, for popping on in. He says, I really think work-life balance is a balance of support, not time.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, that's
That's
actually
a-
very good. That's very good.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Spot on. But anyway, you start to take away things from learning how to time things, learning how to orchestrate certain actions or activities or
Mm,
strategies first over the others because one depends. There's dependencies, right?
mm.
Now, with your kids being older, what's it like for you now as opposed to when they were younger? Were you working in an office, Jeff, when they were younger? Were you able to say, "Hey,
Yes.
I gotta
Yeah.
go. See ya."
Right. However, with my wife being a kindergarten teacher in Chelsea, so that was about an hour ride for her. She would leave super early in the morning, and when they were really little, I would have to get them ready and drop them off to daycare before I went to the office. So I
Mhm,
still had the same regimen that I had when I was working at home until they got, at the age that they're at now, they're pretty independent. I'm not, they're making, their own breakfast and stuff. So uh, during that time, what you learn is that um, you have to be flexible, right? You become more flexible having those experiences in terms of being able to pivot because something happened that was unexpected, right? Or
mhm,
be able to hit a challenge quickly and turn things right. And you find that, on both sides, right? Both being a parent and in business, is that there's a lot of unexpected stuff that just shows up. Like, what the hell are you doing here? And it just shows up, and you got to deal with it. And in business, some people can't deal with it, but when you're a parent, you have to deal with it.
Right.
There's no choice.
Right. I mean, there was a lot of time, I think, for me, especially when they were young, sickness. Like for me, everything was like went off the rails the minute I had it, out of the two girls, we had one that we'd call the sick one. She was like sick all the time. And while Katie was working, that fell onto me. And as I was, working hard to sort of establish Brandartica and, let's be honest, make money. I was like, oh my God, like this just put a complete, ding in the day. Like I have to set everything back and plan everything even more intricately to get things done. We got Michael McPherson here, and Jeff, just as a reminder for folks, hello, Nicole Rando. Nice to see you.
Yeah.
If anybody wants to jump in and speak to anything or share a story about work-life balance, running a business, working in general, and trying to live whilst having a family and children, please just let us know in the comments, and we will send you the link, and you can jump in. Okay.
Absolutely.
And I know we've got our good friend Mr. Cogan standing by, and if he gives me a thumbs up, I'm gonna let him in here. I swear to God, he's given me. Well, that's not a thumb he's given me, but sure. Okay. All right. Fair enough.
Is it cream cheese in his thumb?
No, he's just saying. He's saying is I'm number one. I'm number one.
I see.
All right. So hey, let's get into it with
Robert Cogan.
Robert Cogan.
Cogan has succeeded.
Cogan has just returned.
Welcome to Making Things Happen with Robert Cogan.
Hello. Where in the world is Robert Cogan today?
Yeah, where are you?
One of my favorite places. It's my fourth home, Bagel World, Wilson and Bathurst, Toronto, Ontario, Canada.
Nice.
The number one bagel in the world. That's the name, Bagel World.
Really, dude? You're putting that out there like that?
I'm putting it out there hard. I'm putting it out there hard.
Hey, anybody that's in the area of that shop in particular, if you can get to Robert right now and bang on his window, you get a special prize.
Where's Rich? Rich, can you get over?
Rich is probably up the road. Rich is in his back seat.
Rich was sitting beside me last month because we were here at
he
Bagel World.
He was.
Hey, I know you've got offspring, and but before we get into work-life balance, okay, you're a Blue Jays guy, and we don't need to go into it any further. But I do think it's fair to bring it up and say, let's talk about what happened and how you're feeling, and if in fact you're going to survive.
I am definitely going to survive.
Good.
This is well rehearsed. People have heard this come out of my mouth, I don't know, maybe 25 million times. What's great about baseball? Late inning dramatics. Late inning dramatics in playoffs. Yeah. So one interesting part as I jump around from a few perspectives is the best World Series of all time, the best Game 7 of all time, the most catastrophic nightmare late inning dramatic turnaround of all time. So, but I step back and I look, and from every Dodgers fan perspective, it's the ultimate miracle. Every sports fan, if you're an avid fan like me, we had late inning dramatics stealing games from teams. So let me utilize this podcast for my own therapy now.
Go for it.
Because as I said to a Dodger friend, are you okay? Well, what do you mean? You realize what you were 2 outs away from? A $1 billion team. The bottom of your order hit 140. Ohtani is not the samurai assassin that keeps me up at night. It's Yamamoto, Yamagubo, Gaba, whatever. He is now. We all work for him. Okay. He is the boss. He is the best. Avid baseball fans remember Greg Maddux. Greg Maddux is so good that You know, there's a term called quality start, 6 innings, whatever. Yeah. And if you pitch a complete game less than 2 hours and give up 3 hits or less, it's called a Maddox. This guy Yamamoto, oh my God. But anyway, from the Dodger perspective, and, you know, I got to be respectful here, but as a very, I don't know, PhD level baseball fan, holy crap, was that the best World Series ever? It was closest to a disaster. Could you imagine if the Jays didn't choke the 6 times that they did? It's okay. I can deal with it. What the Dodgers would be dealing with Ohtani striking out like that, giving up home runs. Thank God for Yamamoto. Thank God for Miguel Rojas, who's the 9-hitter, but was an all-star for many years on the Marlins. And a couple other funny anecdotes from the experience. Many know, not because of me doing anything. My late father left my family with some great front row seats. I had to watch the game with the LA Dodgers, guys. It's a little tough. Yeah. Not all of them, because not all of them sit on the front bench of the dugout. I don't see over the roof, but that was crazy. And another anecdotal thing I'll dump out, because this is something I know a thing or two about. 1985, when I was 19 years old, the Blue Jays were up 3-1 in the championship series, lost 3 straight to the Kansas City Royals. It took us 89, 91, and then 92, we won the World Series. And then we won the World Series in 93. So from that perspective, there's a lot of hope. The team that we have is unbelievable. The season was unbelievable. The post I did yesterday was to emphasize that we did win Game 7 against Seattle in the ALCS a couple weeks ago.
That's right.
With a home run, and that's epic. And to lament over the World Series catastrophe and not acknowledge that would be rude to every other baseball fan, especially White Sox, Pirates, and Angels, and Sacramento A's fans. So it was great. And
Boston fans.
I don't even bring up. Yeah, you guys had your 100-year whatever curse thing, but then you did okay in the last 20 years. You've done okay.
Yeah,
we're fine.
Can't complain.
So there's my summary on the whole thing. I could go on for another half hour. And the other thing that I will say, which was I posted this morning, I don't think about this stuff. I experienced it a lot as a kid, following my dad around and getting him his coffees and doing errands, and enjoying the VIP experience. So it doesn't really faze me, but I wasn't really thinking about how we get to hang out with the owners of the opposing teams, because they sit right in between where our 2 pairs of seats are.
Isn't that crazy?
And that gentleman who I posted about this morning, unbelievable. Just like, I don't really care who you are. You're wearing the Mariners shirt. You're an owner. And we spent all of Game 7 enjoying each other's company as fans of the opposing teams. Yep. This guy, a Microsoft investor, 10% owner of the Mariners, couldn't have been more of a gem. He stood there and clapped for 45 minutes to an hour while the Blue Jays were getting their championship trophy and doing all the speeches. That guy was great. The stories from Game 6 and 7 and hanging out there with the Dodgers ownership, some of them, is a story to be told another time.
Cool.
It would take too long.
Yep. So
we're going over to work balance, though. Just so you know, I'm a grandfather for 7 months now.
Crazy,
but I'm very different because thank you. My partner lives in. I live in Michigan 10 days a month and Toronto 20 days a month. So I get to burn wee hours because I'm not like living a normal couple life with Beth. We call and say goodnight at 11, 12, 1. I'm on my own.
Where the hell are you the rest of the days? Just floating around in space like a ghoul?
He's using a pallet jack.
Toronto 20 days a month. Michigan.
Oh, you said a month. I thought you meant a year. I was lost. Where the fuck is he the rest of the time? In the woods.
He's in the warehouse.
Nice. How's your bagel, by the way? What'd you get on your bagel today?
Well, I have a bit of a salmon and cream cheese addiction, so
okay.
Pretty much a day. So if I had it yesterday, I go with a special Kraft cheese, the deli slices though, not the open up, and the bagel, but crushed. It's my special invention called Kraft cheese. Crushed because it melts it a little bit. But I got my dozen bagels. I got the smoked salmon, the cream cheese and chives for tomorrow morning and Sunday morning.
And yet you're still able to retain your girlish figure. I don't understand.
I'm barely 150. I went to the doctor the other day.
I look at a
Unbelievable.
bagel, I get fatter. You just said bagel too many times, and I
Right.
probably put on 8 pounds.
You add carbs every time you say bagel.
So let's talk about work-life balance a little bit with you. You know, 'cause
I'd sledgehammer the whole ice wall and just say, who is everyone kidding? Even if you are in a structured corporation with multi-thousand employees, you're still out of control, chasing your tail, trying to get things done, trying to keep up with all the administration we have to do, and forget about your job. Running a family in a house is its own business.
It is. It is.
Huge.
100%.
So most of us are solo operators, partnerships, tight companies. That's how we get to be with each other and know each other. And I think everybody, no matter what facade you're putting out on social media, no matter what you want to focus on and how you raw or how you talk about your mental issues, it doesn't matter. Everybody is struggling to catch up. You mentioned something, somebody said something, I want to take a shower today because I haven't taken a shower for 2 days. Today's what, Thursday? Wednesday, I took Monday shower. You get it?
I have a very similar story for you. What was Tuesday was like one of the worst days of my life, frankly. It wasn't, but like, dude, Tuesday, I'm like, the kids, get the kids to school, get lunches, plug in computers that have been sitting in a bag for 3 days, going not plugged in, not charged. They need them for school. Take the dog to daycare. I get back and I'm like, I'm going to take a shower. Like, I'm like 5 days overdue a shower. And I go upstairs and I slip out of my shirt. And my wife goes, what the hell is that on your chest? And I was like, thank you for noticing. She's like, what the fuck is that? And I was like, what are you talking about? She's like, that on your chest. I'm like, I can't see it. I go look in the mirror. I got a friggin' tick the size of a tennis ball embedded in my chest. I'm like, what the fuck? And so of course in this moment I'm like, can you get it out?
It's all okay. It's all okay, right?
Yeah, well, yeah. She works at it with a steak knife and some tweezers for a few minutes. I'm screaming, and I was like, "Fuck it, I'm going to go to the urgent care and have them stab me a few more times." And anyways, long story short, I never got that shower. Next thing I know, it's I'm back. I'm working. I'm doing my thing. I'm taking all the antibiotics available to man, and then I gotta go get the kids again, and I'm like, "Holy shit!" It's just like when you have family. It doesn't even matter. Forget about business. Forget a job, just any kind of job. And everything else kind of comes first, right? Isn't that it?
Yes, absolutely.
Everything else, yeah.
And
we're spending half of our time chasing the crisis management.
That's it. Anybody that wants to come in on this conversation,
let me know. I'll send you.
But Robert, when was the last time that you can think of that your personal life crashed into your professional life? And what did you learn, if anything, from that?
When you mean crash, you mean like, my business life.
Yeah, personal life blows up your professional day.
Oh, the last time might have been for 20 minutes this morning, twice yesterday, 6 times on Tuesday, once or twice on Monday. I'm obviously exaggerating for cheap laughs there. On an acute basis, I'm having trouble remembering any type of major crises other than, losses in the family. And the reason I got to give homage to my older sister, because our mother is in her mid 80s and my older sister, we have an understanding. She takes care of all the errands. I'm in between 2 countries. I'm on the highway a lot. I keep transferring the money. To make sure our mom is taken care of and has everything she needs. So I've got a little bit of a buffer there. And that's also important. I'll just stop talking about me and segue into that point, that support systems.
Yes.
Like when your wife or your partners or your roommates, whoever you're with, the way that is, I don't want to say delegate, the way it's shared, like the way it's divided up as a team. is so important, because we wouldn't be able to manage all the crisis stuff and catch up and get half of the shit done that we get done without having that support to take
Yes.
care of us.
Yeah, and it's a good. Melissa made a good point too earlier about it's not just kids, right? So it's parents getting older, and there's more responsibilities.
Oh yeah.
That have to be it has to be divvied up. You got to show up, right? Like somebody's got to show up to help out, and that is to me the essence of the family, right? It's that you're there for when somebody needs you. And that has to take priority.
That's right.
Over a lot of things.
I want to also
good term.
answer.
Show up.
Rod Christensen had a comment saying, "Wow, that could have all been avoided if you'd just taken a shower."
Taking a shower.
I know. But two things with the shower. That's
a low blow, Rod. Low blow, Rod.
Sometimes I'm like, dude, I just don't feel like getting wet, you know? But like, also, now this is on me. My wife, and we're great partners. We share and we support each other completely. But when it comes to like the dog laying in the bed at night, I'm all in. I'm like, let's do this. Let's pack sleep it, baby. And she's like, I can't sleep with the dog here. And I'm like, you need to go in another room because we're totally comfortable. But you know what? The tick has probably came off the dog.
Off the dog.
Yeah,
probably.
I was like, hey, fucking a fresh meal. I've fed off this animal long enough. Let me try him. It's just totally gross, and I am sorry for bringing it up at all. So hideous. Even the people at urgent care were like, ew, get out. And Hugh is in the house. Hugh is never here, albeit once in a blue
Thank you
moon.
for asking, Hugh.
And he wants to know what Jeff's looking for during his grocery shop tomorrow. And then we'll get back to the topic at hand.
All right. Well, just a quick story, too, because we were talking about chaos. So I went downstairs to have lunch, and I noticed there was a leak in the ceiling above, like right below my second bathroom upstairs. And I was like, okay, so this is going to be one of those lunches. And so I'm working to figure out where this stupid leak is coming from, and I'm making my lunch at the same time, and I'm walking around eating lunch, and then I look and see, I'm like, I'm out of sheets to do my grocery list, so I got to print sheets because I have these pre-made sheets with, as you can imagine, Peter. All the aisles of Market Basket are on the sheets with exactly what's in those aisles, and I have check marks. And I'm going tomorrow morning, so I'm printing out 3 of them because I usually have some extras, and I'm starting the list. I'm figuring out what to do next with the leak. I managed to get the leak to stop. I figured that out, and I'm wolfing down my lunch, which is basically whatever I could find that was ready in the fridge. So,
Jeff, I heard you before the show about multitasking is really only doing one thing at a time. You were only doing one thing at a time, right? But you were planning everything.
That's right.
So, but yeah, I had had my list too, and we're gonna have some company over on Saturday, which makes the leak even funnier, right? So you could either cry or you could laugh, right? At situations like this. So I'm thinking like, all right, so I got to start thinking about what we're going to have for dinner for this family that's coming over while I'm thinking about how am I going to get somebody to fix this leak problem.
Right. Yeah, first of all, Jeff, I feel like we need to wheel you into the solarium for a little I don't know.
We lost Robert.
Oh, we did. Yeah, it's so funny that you have the list. Now, I write my grocery list, Jeff, on anything that's not fucking nailed down. Literally anything. Right. And the only thing I do, I'm the only person in the world that can read my handwriting, A. And B, I write it in the order of the store of which I'm going to shop because I go to the same market all the time, but that's about as far as it gets. I love that you have it all ready, like templated and organized and ready to go. It's so funny. It's crazy. Hey, by the way, welcome back, Robert. And Gavin had a good comment. As he's aged, he's learned to set more boundaries, and I agree with that. I do think, I set boundaries for myself as far as the evening is concerned. I'm not taking calls from anybody outside a small group of people. And, I try to look at my emails a couple of times a day, but that's it. And then, again, when you have multiple clients, multiple needs, your job is to be accessible and to be open. But at the beginning, I think we find ourselves in a lot of times, and it's the best practice, I think, is to, set those boundaries early and say, this is what we do. This is what we don't do. This is what's an emergency. This is what's not an emergency. You can always reach out, but, there are times where you may not get an immediate answer. And, unless your hair's on fire or the building's burned down, like we're going to get back to you, but like there are other things, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And
so,
Gavin's got the twins. I mean,
Gavin's got the twins. Good Lord.
Yeah.
Well,
Gavin has got he's handling 3 subway systems or
That's right.
skyscrapers.
Oh, look at that, Jeff.
I just wanted to I'm not making this up. This is the grocery list.
That's no
and and I actually go through this and I check off the boxes of the items that I want to get, and it's like it's exactly in the order of the aisles at Market Basket in Seabrook, New Hampshire.
Jeff, tomorrow I want you to cross off all the boxes of things you don't want to get, and then just focus on the unchecked boxes and see how it works.
That's a cry for help, Jeff.
It really is.
That is my personality in a nutshell, right there.
I am going to make sure I get you into a doctor's care as soon as possible. I don't know if
You're
they'll
too
be
late.
Yeah,
I'm 57 years old.
Melissa's got a good one here. She wants to know what our opinion is, and this goes for anybody that's watching at the moment. What's your opinion of virtual assistants to help with relief on projects for help regarding stress? For me personally, I don't know much about it. I don't love it. I don't care. I guess I keep getting it pitched a lot.
Yeah,
Melissa, it's pitched at me all the time, and I'm like, fuck you. Like, I got other things to do than this. And I just don't know that like a virtual assistant, I mean, I would call my Google Calendar my virtual assistant. I just don't know that we're at a level, or at least for me personally, that I'm at a place where I need, like a virtual assistant to be chiming in and organizing my time. I don't know. It doesn't work for me. How about you guys?
I mean, I could think of it in a way that that's like an AI driven thing, right? I don't know if I need it all the time. So like, I'm not like some jet setting executive, that has to book flights here and there and all that kind of stuff. It's, in terms of, the stuff I have to do at home, I kind of treat it the same way as I do with the business. For me, it's all about just the organization and then the prioritization of the tasks that you have to do. I mean, I have to do it all day long.
And Rich has a good comment here about using ChatGPT to get into the flow of the store. I mean, for me, it's a moment, it's an opportunity of adventure and hedonism and disturbing thoughts and behavior. The store for me, I like to go in. Yeah, I start at one end all the time. I know where I'm going, which is weird because I go to the dairy aisle and first, which means I'm picking up the eggs and the milk or the whatnot.
I do too. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. But then they're all just sitting in my cart for the rest of the time while I wander around and make my way down.
You won't die.
No, I know. But like, I get it. I think that I used a virtual assistant way back in the day when I had an Android phone, like back in 1970, I think.
Yeah.
And I remember it was one of the first things, and it was like you could, it was a little animated character, and mine was called Marjorie, and she was like South African, and my wife was like, "Who the fuck are you talking to?" And I was like, "I'm talking to Marjorie. Back off."
Oh.
Like, Marjorie was like, "Who is that?" "Your wife's a bee." And I was like, "Marjorie, easy. She's in the room." But it just was like, I was like, dude, just constantly interrupting. It wasn't
your virtual.
No, it wasn't Roz. That's Roz.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Roz.
No, but anybody else that wants to pop in here, and Nicole Rando has found it helpful if you find someone who can help you without it adding another job for you to micromanage. That's, I think, is my fear, Nicole, of like that assistant. Now I got to program it. I got to deal with it. I got to, waking me up at all hours. I don't know if I need that. I don't even know if I'm that busy, frankly.
Right.
You are
that busy.
I need an assistant.
You need
an assistant to help me tell the virtual assistant what to do.
Right.
But I don't have time or the ability. I don't want to say I don't have time like I'm Mr. Busy Ass. No, I just don't. I can't get the ADHD shit together.
Yeah.
And, okay, here's what you got to do. And the other blockage is a virtual assistant. Like, giving them every PIN number and login I have out there.
Yes.
Yeah, but dude, they already have it. Whomever they are, they have it. Don't worry. You're just making it easier. So that's all. And Rod is right. He uses his virtual assistant taking notes during meetings. And I love that. I always forget that is kind of a functionality that we all use. In a lot of places, and it is essentially a virtual assistant.
I was talking about the virtual assistants that I'm surprised hasn't shown up on your weekly feature, Jeff, of the solicitation.
Yes, I know. I mean, I
got a file. Yes. I got a file of 75 virtual assistants. And can we cover? Wait, can I take a 30-second Robert's rant of the week?
Yeah, I don't think we have an intro for it, but go for it.
No, don't. I'm on LinkedIn to connect. Yeah. We have some time for friends, but if we were really friends, we'd be friends. Okay. Just because I connect with you doesn't mean I want a goddamn message telling me all about your company history, requesting a Zoom meeting. When are we getting together? When can we talk and learn about each other's stuff? Well, that's what we're on LinkedIn for. Read my posts. I'll read yours. And if there's an organic thing that's going to happen, it's going to happen.
That's right.
And sometimes I do a little baby tantrum when they actually go deeper and send me an email with a signature and a phone number.
Yeah.
Hi, how you doing? Yeah. Before we get into your TikTok, Amazon services, how many pallets are you going to buy?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I sell trucks. Yeah. Okay. So first you buy a truckload from me, and then I'll go and you'll do my TikTok.
Yeah. I used to just, Robert, send people an email back and say, great, who should I'll take your meeting. Who do I send the invoice to? Give me somebody from HR. I'll send them the invoice. And they're like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, you want to eat up 15, 20, 30 minutes of my time, obviously, to pitch me. We don't know each other. This is not a conversation about people that want to learn about each other. You're pitching me some bullshit. And I go, great, I'll take that meeting, but I'm going to charge you for the time. So I'm going to send a $300 invoice for the 30 minutes that we're going to be on. Who do I send it to? And they go no, we don't do that. And I'm like, you don't want to invest. You don't feel strong enough about your service, product, whatever it is that you're going to pitch me, that you don't want to invest the $300 for this call, and you're going to actually ask me for $1,500, $1,900, $2,200 a month for this service. That doesn't make any sense. But hey, if anybody ever paid it, that'd be grand. But also, it's just a way to get rid of things. Hey, look who's here! Joshua's late to the party, but he is here. Thank you, Josh. Grab your seat. Coffee and donuts will be available at the end if there's any left.
Bagels.
Bagels.
Smashed bagel.
Find Robert. He's got a bagel. Hey, coming back to the other part of the program. Can anybody tell me? And anybody that wants to come on, just drop a note in the comments, and Jeff will send the link. All right, and you can join Robert and Jeff and I in this whole thing. We'll see if we can fill the room. What do we get? 40 people in here, Jeff? How many does this room fit?
I guess so. 40.
Okay,
I don't
cool.
know.
I mean, I'll do it. I'll do it. Just hope you got deodorant on.
Do you want to segue from Robert's rant into the link?
Oh, look at you. Look at you.
Programming.
Executive producing the program midstream.
We have some content here to share with the audience.
All right. So while you people think about whether or not you want to jump in here or not, you do realize you're fighting a bot most of the time, right? Thank you, Nicole. Yes, we are.
Ick.
All right. Yeah.
All right, we're gonna start with this one. This was a DM I got yesterday. I bet you'll say no to being a guest on our podcast. Care to prove me wrong? Nope. No.
You should have said, this is the Broward County Sheriff's Department. Who the fuck is this?
I don't care to prove you wrong. It would be helpful if I shared capabilities deck showing you how other nonprofit event teams like Bernardica use their system for sponsor coordination.
Oh, no, we're for profit, I assure you, sir.
Always for profit. And then lastly, we have a family office who's very interested. This isn't from you, Robert, is it?
No, I get this one every once in a while. I love this one.
An investment in Bernardica. Yeah, so
yeah, I always respond to
I
this
don't
one,
know.
Jeff. I say we'll take the ultimate price, $5.99. That's $5.99. That's the price. You want it, you got it.
Yeah.
We just
Well,
keep
I would-
selling it, Jeff. We'll make,
So this is
copies.
what I was thinking the response would be. Is like my kids said that they really want to take over the business once I retire. So if I take an investment from you, they'll disown me and then call me bad names when I'm deceased.
Mm,
So
that's a lot.
that would be a good answer.
Yeah, it would be a good answer. Wow, oh my goodness gracious.
Anyway.
I see. I'll take any meeting request that comes my way for tacos. I'm a cheap date. Thank you, Rod.
They don't do it's instead of coffee, right? So like I'll buy you a coffee. It's like I'll buy you a taco.
I love that. I used to offer people when I was trying to get cold meetings, introduction meetings in person. I had a friend that turned me on to the idea of an ice cream meeting, and you would write them a letter or a note or email or whatever, and say, look, I want to come in. I want to talk to you about this, that, and the other thing. I want you to invite anybody that might be of benefit or value to this meeting. And then I also want you to just give me whatever your top flavors of ice cream are. I will stop.
Oh my God,
bring them in.
That's evil. That's
and
evil.
I would say
that is evil.
At the end of the day, if we're not a good fit, that's no problem. But everybody gets a well-deserved ice cream break.
Yes.
And it used to work all the time. It worked all the time. People were like, "Fuck, you're gonna bring ice cream."
There's some of us who would come and then give you all our money to come back.
Yeah.
I know.
Well, I almost relaunched the agency business as just sort of like a very specific ice cream styled DoorDash. I might have been onto something back then. And in the winter, you just switched it over to soup. Tell me your favorite soup. I'll bring you soup. And we'll sit down, we'll chat. I'll do my presentation. You enjoy a nice bisque or a chowder. And there we go.
Peter, I was thinking us as soda jerks. Like that would be our thing, right? We'd be soda jerks.
Yeah.
Ice cream.
My mom was a soda jerk.
Oh yeah.
So what's that?
Jerk.
No,
not jerk.
I was going to ask hopefully nobody feels guilty about when the worlds blur between each other. It does happen. And I don't think that's even a legitimate thing, is to make yourself feel guilty. Well, especially if it's work. I think there is a certain amount of guilt sometimes when you put your family off because you're like, oh, I got to do this. I got to take this call. That call I don't know of any other time when I go, the call can wait, A call can wait. I'd rather be present. That's the part of the point, Jeff, of working remotely and not being in office. And our legacy really, at the end of the day, is not our business. It's our family. It's our kids, right?
Sure. Absolutely. 100%.
There you go. So, I was going to say, when was the last time, Jeff, you said no to protect your own personal sanity, and did it pay off?
I said no to protect my own personal sanity.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I can't think of anything that I said no to do that.
Crazy.
I mean, I've said no plenty of times. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But it was never a question of whether it would protect my personal sanity or not.
Yeah. All right, let's go around the horn here. Robert, then Jeff, then me, then audience, just weigh in as soon as your fingers can type it. Do you have a personal soundtrack for the chaos of life?
Yes,
Do you have
do.
a song or a soundtrack for the chaos of your life, Robert?
There's a few of them.
What are they?
Oh, first one is Electrico. It's the seventh song on the first album by U2. Boy is the name of the album. I won't go into the lyrics or the meaning behind it, other than electric
Yeah, we
shock
didn't want your
treatment.
life story.
No, it's electric shock treatment. That's what Electrico is all about. Anyway,
right.
so yeah,
Been there.
and there's a few peaks in the tune that get me going quite nicely, and there's a few Simple Minds songs, particularly New Gold Dream. It's got a good beat.
I will check it out. I like Simple Minds. I have one. How about you, Jeff?
Well,
baby. What's your chaos soundtrack?
I'm framing it differently because of my comedic mind, I think. But it's by chaos soundtrack. Like what music do I hear when I see chaos? Is the way I was framing it. So like either the Benny Hill theme or any kind of circus music, like like I actually hear the music as I'm.
Did I hear the same question? I thought it was music that helps us get focused. The chaos.
I think it's however you want to interpret it. And
Yeah.
anybody else that wants to weigh in on the audience side, please let's go there. For me, it's almost always like an Iron Maiden track. It takes the chaos and dumps gasoline on it, and it just becomes like an inferno. So I kind of end up, I'm the guy that when there's a hurricane, I'm running towards it. If it's going to burn, baby, let's burn it. All right. So what about
Run to the Hills? Run to the Hills is one of them, right? Probably then.
What, Run to the Hills? Yeah. It's as I was informed last week, it's kind of it's part of the Stairway to Heaven click. If you say I'm listening.
Run to the Hills. What's Run to the Hills?
Run to the Hills. I actually was saying this the other day to my girl.
It's an Iron Maiden song?
Yeah. It's I said Iron Maiden. I was listening in the car, and she's like, "Can you please shut that off before we pick up my friend?" I was like, "Fuck yeah!" And then I didn't. But I was like, "Listen to the music. These guys are the best at writing like music to gallop by.
Yes,
you can gallop on a horse better to their music than any other music. What about multitasking? Who's better at it? Your kids or your clients?
Neither.
Yeah, or as I would say, not
kid. 28-year-old kid is multitasking all day long.
Yeah.
Okay. Nicole, I just watched K-pop Demon Hunters the other day in full. Loved it, man. I loved it. And here's a band that I keep hearing things about, but I feel like I don't really know.
Yes.
Is it pronounced Pussifer? Pussifer? I mean, just the name itself kind of makes it hard for me to like.
Yes.
Just the first three letters, I go, ooh. But I got to check them out because I keep hearing about them over and over and over again.
So, Maynard, who's the lead singer of Tool, this is his one of his other two bands is Pussifer. He's the lead singer of Pussifer.
Okay. Oh, is he? I did not know that.
Yeah, it's the same.
Is he moonlighting?
No, he's always had three bands. So.
Okay. Josh is straightening out his comment here. I was trying to understand what was happening. I don't often drink with my kids, but anyway, he meant not driving and drinking with the kids.
Yeah.
He meant.
What about music that gets you motivated and takes you from like a little bit of a neutral state when you need to get going?
Oh God, depends, man. It could be Iron Maiden. It could be the Rolling Stones, Pantera. For me, and again, like U2 sets me into a whole different mindset.
Which album? Which era?
I don't. You know what, dude? To be honest, I've never owned a U2 album in my life. I saw him once in concert. It was drop dead amazing, but I was never kind of it wasn't my jam when I was a kid. How about you?
Last night, incidentally, I did what I call a U2 revival and just went through all the albums and caught up. But one thing that's sort of coincidental, notwithstanding that sandwich I ate is Kraft Cheese Crush with a K. Radio Chaos, Kaos. It is an album by Roger Waters, and I recommend everybody go download it and listen to it and take note to listen to it as an album from beginning to end, because it is a story about a paraplegic with a cordless phone who launches all the nuclear weapons.
Ooh.
That's the story.
Okay. I'm going to have to get it.
And it's called Radio Chaos. But the first song is called Radio Waves, and that is also a song. I guess this will sort of intertwine, you know, that like intertwine thing that makes a lot of sense. AI and all that stuff. The only AI thing I've dealt with is X, my DJ on Spotify, who talks to me and my girlfriend and says, "Hey, how you guys doing today?" He knows the songs I like. He plays Radio Waves like 8 times a day. So
Nice.
Radio Waves, good pump up song, but it's another category of music. And it's part of the whole work-life balance, because sometimes you need, like my sister said, after the Jays lost, just go walk around, put some good motivation music on, and just breathe.
Yeah.
Breathe.
Right on. Hey, I see if I can. Oh, hey. Yeah. I hear you. Hugh, Skid Row, 18 in Life.
Oh yeah.
It's a fun tune. It's a fun
Sebastian Bach.
And I'm going to ruin AC/DC right now for Rob. I'm going to ruin it for you. Ready? Back in Black.
Yes.
Of a Cadillac. Number 1 with a bullet. I am the power. Yes, I'm in a bang with a gang. They've got to catch me if they want to hang. All right, that was my what's his name there, William Shatner version.
Yes.
Melissa Roman's got some U2 action going on. Stevie Wonder, absolutely. What about what's the song by the band with the stuff and the thing? You guys know what I mean?
Nope.
The instruments and the hair and the singing. They all have arms and legs and stuff.
Not bad? Yeah, it's my favorite band.
Whatever. God. Unbelievable. Hey, you know, we're getting to the witching hour here. Jeff, do we have a trivia question and do we have a prize? Because I don't know either. Plus, I've got a call at 2:30 in which Michelle Sheely is going to blow my freaking mind.
Oh.
No pressure, Michelle. No pressure.
No pressure.
What do we got, Jeff?
I have
Trivia
prize
question?
questions. But I don't know what the prize is. Do we have a prize?
Well, let me explain the prize. First of all, there's been a delay in the last 3 weeks of prizes.
Okay.
There was a bit of a World Series run in Toronto over the past month.
I heard about
that slowed
that.
things down a little bit. But the sample boxes and prize boxes are all ready now, and I'll be taking them down to Michigan next week and getting all the UPS slips. So there's going to be some people that won prizes and forgot about them from 4 weeks ago. They'll be getting prizes.
Awesome.
So the prize is going to be the usual: some Melting Forest, some IQ bars, some Saudi soda, some Sizzle soda, some Moosh with 3 O's in the word moosh. And don't forget, it is not cotton candy.
No,
it's not. It's not.
It's just,
So
is it hair?
It's cotton candy, but it's not cotton candy.
I want to put a bunch of hair in a bag and call that cotton candy and be like, here you go. All right, Jeff, give us that trivia question. Let's go get it.
So I asked our friend for family movie related trivia questions.
Okay.
Because I figured it would kind of fall into place
Shining?
there. No, there's no Shining. It's not a family comedy movies. Okay. All right. So the question is how difficult do we want to make it? But all right. So here's the question. In the Great Outdoors movie, what terrifying animal does John Candy's character have a run-in with?
I was going to say marmoset, but you're not asking me.
It's not marmoset. It's not lemur either.
All right, people, you've got 3 minutes to get this question.
Yes.
Otherwise, I'm ending
the question. You know what I did last time? I'm going to put the question in the comments.
So people can just copy
People
paste
are like, what was the question?
This is when there should be promo or something pre-planned while people are mulling over the question. It's better than us staring at the screen.
I know, right? I know. It's this weird thing. Here, I've already got you here, Robert. So while people are doing that,
we the best, no contest. We the best. There ain't no one like cause of you dumb or you crazy. There's no way, G. Me and my clique, we handling biz while you and your clique just act fugazi. You couldn't.
And we're back.
That's what we call on the fly. That was just
I just had it laying around.
That's the way I like to operate. Throw the ball, catch a ball, throw the ball.
No,
Starts with a B.
no. Well, yeah, actually, Hugh. Hugh, can you be more specific?
Yeah.
Like he's on to it.
But now he's switching his answer. Do we have to penalize him for that?
I think. I mean, I would say that Hugh can get it, but
Okay.
it's more specific in terms of what the bear looks like.
Paddington. Come on, a dog.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna say let's have it because he got most of the answer right.
He did. What was the answer, Jeff?
It was a bald-headed bear.
Bald-headed bear. I like cocaine bear. I think that's a good one for the family. On that note, Robert, thanks for coming and spending extra time with us today. I love that. And I want to thank everybody else that showed up and those that didn't show up. But you know what? Everyone came, they hung out, they did the thing. We'll have more guests coming up, I think, next week. Jeff, do we know who it is?
I
know I love you.
Yes,
After weeks of putting you on the spot, I would think you'd be ready.
I know. Yeah, I would be ready, right? No, just give me 1 sec.
That's okay. I think next week we've got Helen Reddy booked.
No, we do not have Helen Reddy. I definitely know that. Well, I think next week is Sabrina Coates.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. Teen Witch Sabrina coming up next week. We'll
SKK
talk more about
consulting.
That. Yeah. Awesome. Robert, have a great rest of your day.
You too, guys.
Weekend, and everybody else have a great weekend. We are out of here. We will see you next week on Where the Dogs of Society Howl. And that is at Thursday, 1:30 p.m. Eastern. Don't fuck it up. You can also go and check out the newsletter that comes out whenever the hell I please. But you can find that on LinkedIn too. And I hope you'll follow us. I hope you'll make new friends. And we hope to see you next week. Okay?
Bye, guys.
All right, here we go.
Oh.